interest in shape-shifting in terms of radically transforming your being into another form beyond diet and exercise. Can you talk about that possibility for humans?
Shape-shifting?
Yes.
Yes. Shapeshifters do not actually change their form molecularly. What they do is they get a more expanded awareness of the alternate versions of themselves in parallel realities and start to identify with them so strongly that they can actually create a kind of bubble version in this reality of that reality and present themselves as a different shape that is germane to that reality to others who are willing to perceive it. That's how shape-shifting actually works. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Does that answer your question?
Yes. And are there any humans who can do that currently?
Yes, there are. Those that you would consider to be shamans of a very particular practiced level can do this. There are other beings that can do it who come and go on your planet as well, who you may think are human who are not.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Does that answer that question?
Yes.
All
yes.
right.
My second question was actually how to use parallel realities to change things in this life.
But that's how change actually occurs. Any change is actually a jump to another reality that is reflective of that change you've made within yourself energetically. Because when you change the frequency of your energy, you automatically shift to a reality that is reflective of that particular frequency shift. That's how change, any change, actually occurs.
Right.
Make sense?
Yes. So to do it consciously, how would you do that?
By knowing that that's the way it works and becoming more aware of the fact that you're already doing it. And therefore, you can become more conscious of it. You can pay attention to it more if you need to. You don't always need to, but if you need to, you can pay attention to that fact that it's already happening that way. If you understand the mechanism and really start to explore the mechanism of how that works and understand it's happening within your consciousness, then you can gain more conscious awareness of what's already going on rather than thinking it's something you have to learn. Because you don't have to learn it, it's automatic. You just have to pay attention to the fact that you're already doing it a little bit more precisely. Make sense?
Yes. Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Oh, and to you, yes. I just wanted to tell you how much I love your sense of humor.
Oh, why, thank you. We love all of yours as well.
I listen to your tapes and CDs, and I'm laughing my head off half the time.
I am happy that you are able to reattach it.
Okay. So much of what I've learned...
Oh, one moment.
What?
That wasn't directed at you.
Okay. So many of your ideas are empowering, and
That's the point.
That is the point. Yes, and so.
And besides, they're not my ideas.
Right.
They're simply observations of the way things work.
Aha. So one of the ideas I like so much is the idea that nothing happens to us without our consent.
In a sense, yes. It doesn't mean that your physical mind may know it or understand it, but there is consent on some level based on what you choose to believe is true. It can be unconscious consent too.
Right. Right. Well, sometimes that's exactly the next question was, sometimes it seems like I never would have chosen that. And I think a lot of people think that. It's like, why would I choose a car accident, for instance?
Well, what did it put you in touch with that you otherwise might not have been put in touch with is always a good question to start with.
I started with that. Yes,
all right.
Good. Okay. So does that the higher mind or the oversoul that's making choices as...
No.
No. Oh.
The oversoul, in a sense, is sending an urging to be yourself. If there is enough resistance in the belief systems within the physical mind that urging can't get through, can't flow freely, then somehow, on some level, because the physical mind does desire to align with the higher mind, fundamentally, then somehow the physical mind will draw to itself whatever it needs to get its attention. Now, it can be subtle at first, but the longer you don't pay attention to that, the longer you ignore the subtle signs, the signs get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger until perhaps one day, bang.
Right.
Did this get your attention finally? Yes.
We call that the 2x4.
Yes.
The psychic 2x4. Okay. Do animals have the same choice?
They do, but it is experienced in a very different way, on a very different level that is not a human level.
Okay. Do they have parallel realities?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay.
Everything does.
Okay. Last question, I think, about
We'll see about that.
Okay, about judgment. I understand that it's separating to have judgment, and we become the energy of judgment. But I find myself...
Well, yes, although I'm not saying that separation in and of itself is negative.
Oh.
Because remember, some limitations are positive. You need them in order to have a physical experience at all. So don't just assume that some forms of separation are automatically negative. It may be a negative mechanism being employed in a positive way. Do you understand?
I do.
All right.
I do. Thank you. Okay. So any helpful tips on just catching myself judging and saying stop? Is that enough?
It can be enough unless you believe it's not. Is there some particular technique you wish to utilize, some particular permission slip that you wish to utilize to catch yourself?
Yes.
I'll ask you this question if it helps.
Okay.
What do you get out of negative judgment when you do it? Does it make you feel better?
No.
Then why do you do it? You must be getting something out of it or you wouldn't do it.
Right.
Remember, that's the motivational mechanism. None of you do anything you don't believe benefits you. So if you're doing something you can see might be negative that you don't prefer to do, the first question is, what would I have to believe is true about doing this that makes me believe this is beneficial for me to do it? Because I wouldn't do it unless I believed it was. That's how the motivational mechanism works. It's infallible. You will not do anything you don't believe benefits you. If you can see that it's not to your benefit, there must be a belief that makes it look like it is, or you wouldn't choose to do it.
So is judgment then
Negative judgment,
Negative
as opposed to just simple discernment.
right. Sometimes it's vague to me or unclear.
All right.
I'll work.
But you can gain clarity within yourself again by asking the right questions to examine your beliefs about what you think you're getting out of the behavior that you're exhibiting.
Okay.
Because it always comes down to what you believe to be true. You cannot have a behavior, you cannot have a thought pattern, you cannot have an emotion without believing some definition to be true first. That's always the blueprint that leads to every other experience. Those experiences of emotions and thoughts and behaviors may reinforce the original belief and make it seem as if the experience is generating the belief, but that's not true. The belief is there first, then the experiences of emotion, thoughts, and behaviors and the reflection in life comes after. And that's why you can always trace them back to what the belief must be in order to be having the experience that you're having. Always. That's how it works.
Okay.
Making sense?
Yes, it does.
Is this helping?
It's helping. Thank you for everything you share. Thank you.
It is again our pleasure and our passion. Was that sufficient, or is there something else you wanted to clear up?
I think that's it.
All right then, thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Crystal Skull.
Aw, shucks. Thanks.
You are very welcome. As it is appropriate, Bashar, will you please speak to my choice to be here on Earth now and shed light on the nature of my own personal listening abilities and channeling possibilities?
Well, first of all, everyone channels at some point or various points in their life because it's simply a particular altered state that is expressed in the brain as the gamma state between 40 and 100 cycles per second. Anytime you do what you love to do or in a deep meditation, you're usually in the channeling state. So all of you have the ability, and all of you actually exhibit the ability from time to time in your lives. It's perfectly natural. Do you understand?
I do.
Now, again, following your passion, that's maybe how you wish to express the idea of your channeling state in a specific way, a specific style. In terms of choosing to be where you are, obviously you thought this would be an interesting adventure or you wouldn't have chosen it. Obviously this is a way to learn something that you believed might not be learnable in any other way, because this, like everything, is unique. And it's about the idea of physical reality being a methodology for sort of forgetting who you are so that you can remember who you are from a new point of view. That's how you discover new aspects of your greater being from a new method, a new perspective. Does that make sense?
It does.
And besides which, look what's happening on your planet. It's a very exciting time. You wouldn't want to miss out on that party, would you? Because you are a party spirit.
Am I? Well,
Yes, you are.
I would have liked to have known the invitation list before I went to the party.
But you did. You did. You knew exactly what you were getting into. And you thought, this is going to be a great
This
party.
was the great time to come to it too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you will learn what you wanted to learn in a much more accelerated way.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
That's what physical reality does. It concentrates. The very experience of experiencing time may seem to slow things down, but it's actually a way to concentrate and accelerate the lessons you wished to learn, the experiences you wished to have, because it's so intense, it's so concentrated, it's so densified that it really accelerates, really imbues, really drives home
So
what
you're
it is
saying
you wish to
part of my
experience.
soul is an overachiever and is teaching this personality to focus.
Oh, all right. I wouldn't necessarily have put it in those words, but since you did, I'll agree with
I would
you.
love your words instead.
Oh, too late.
Well,
It's not about overachieving. It's about diving in.
heard.
And that's all right. The reason is you know you can handle it or you wouldn't have done it. Does that help?
That feels like a
I understand it's a version of the idea of you're never given anything more than you can handle. You can feel overwhelmed, but understand you are creating that feeling with beliefs that are out of alignment with who you prefer to be. Because once you're in alignment, it doesn't matter what comes, it is absolutely equivalent to what you can handle.
What?
Yes?
Yes.
Including feeling overwhelmed. You can handle that. You can transform it.
Transmute and
You, when I said you are a party spirit, this is your nature. Bring it on. Now, you may not always feel that way as a personality structure, but that's who you are at your core. So if you really begin to connect to that, you can just let it in and let it flow through you, and you will learn. And you will enjoy and you will embrace who you truly are. You're all very powerful. You really need to start acknowledging how powerful you are, how transformative you are. Yes?
Yes.
Is this helping?
Yes.
And
there have always, as many here feel, greater purpose, a cryptic sense of divine will, and
nope, no such thing.
well, no, I'm not divine as in God, as in when you spoke of the Anatayu, I felt very connected with
All right.
them. I feel part of the hybridization program. There were certain stories that I gave myself with my lifetime, and I'm following my passion because that is
Yes.
it's loud and it is directive and it's beautiful and
Because
blessed.
it's who you are. It's what you are as the reflection of the divine. We simply meant there's no such thing as divine will. In the way that you mean will on your planet, because there's no reason for it. If all that is all that is, it is everything that is, there is no need for it to exert will over anything because it is everything.
I feel will as in harmony.
All right.
So I agree with you there, and I'm thankful for your support.
All right. We understand that sometimes the terminology of your language can be a little bit confusing.
Yes. I think I'm at one, but we'll see how they've expanded. So for a second one, could you share any information on my spiritual lineage and purpose and how to expand on that and support the collective?
Is there a particular culture that you're most attracted to in terms of their particular practices on your planet?
I feel connection with many. I feel
What's the stronger ones?
not cultures so much as the originators of those cultures. So I practice
Yes.
as a daily
Such as?
practice, as in Christ consciousness, Jesus,
Yes.
the Pleiadians.
Yes.
Well, Egypt is coming up more strongly these days,
All
South
right.
American cultures.
All right.
When you were speaking about the council and how they used to sit and sing and
Yes.
opened up the storehouses of information that
Yes.
crystal beings hold in their matrix, all of that is so inspiring, encouraging.
All right.
And how can I do that? I'm actively deepening that, but what guidance would you give me now?
Did I not already say?
You did, but is there anything
Remember
else
when we
from
said,
anyone here?
remember when we said, if you are inspired by the council and what they used to do in singing to the master skull, do you have a crystal skull?
No.
Why not get a crystal skull as a permission slip, allow it to hang around this guy for a while, let the vibration imbue of the master skull, take it home when you are ready, and sing to it and see what happens. Chant to it and see what happens.
Okay. I do that quite frequently with the stone beings that share space with me now, and the elemental realms.
But you said you were attracted to the idea of the council doing
Yes.
that with the skull.
I was attracted to the fact that that's an active practice and something that I think as humankind we can continue to do more of.
Yes, but since you're the one that said it, we'll assume it's a permission slip that may be aligned with your particular belief system that will allow you to accelerate. So why not simply give it a shot and
Join
see
the
what
party?
happens? So you can join the party, yes.
Finally,
Yes,
and
finally.
for this time,
Yes.
I was speaking with a friend last night, and we were discussing the pain, not the expression of elements here in this dimension, in this realm, particularly the pain of controlled and kept water. And part of my prayer, as somebody was mentioning earlier, what we would like to pray down for our time and this dimension in particular, is how to offer healing, blessing, and support to those elemental realms. I've called things a radical undoing. We need a radical undoing, but we also need a profound reimagining. Can you
Yes.
offer
There
any
is
assistance?
no stronger prayer than what we said. There is no stronger prayer than being yourself as best as you can, following your passion, no insistence on the outcome, because then you become a living example, a living radiator of the vibrational energy that allows others the opportunity, including the elementals, to pick up on those vibrations which represent balance and harmony and healing. The strongest prayer is being yourself.
Ashe.
Action is the language of physical reality. Not talk. Action.
Action.
Yes.
Yes.
So acting on your passion is the strongest prayer you can possibly give. That helps everyone by bringing that energy into the world.
And our own particular action according to our deepest passion. Yes?
That's what I just said.
Oh, thank you very much. Great teacher and friend.
Thank you.
Hello, Tadeo.
Nania.
It's about 12:30.
All right, so time for your nutritional break.
Okay.
We will thus continue this transmission after you have revived yourselves with your nutrition. Please enjoy.